Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bristol Motor Speedway for the 7th race of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series Season 7. Season 3. Not sure what I was thinking of. Johnny Gardner won the coin toss for the front row. He starts to the inside of Heat 1 winner Ryan Brommer. Brommer dominated at Memphis last week, and Gardner was arguably the second fastest driver on the track. So these two start on the front row here tonight. Starting in row 2, kind of a surprising qualifying effort by Zachary Fitzwater Sr. He'll start in third to the inside of Nico Tringali. Row 3 is Andrew Rich and Adam Flickinger. Row 4, Jonathan Zorlin and Marty Johnson. Johnson has not done well at all this season. He's 46th in the points through 4 races. This GMS Racing team has not had a finish above 37th place. So Johnson will be looking to maybe get the first top 20 or 15 or top 10 run of his season. And lastly, in row 5 is Hunter Braxton, and a driver who missed the race last week, Jesse Turner. Turner fell 4 positions in the standings. Donovan Cage has returned as well. He made it in through his heat race. And the other driver who missed out was Colt Hudson. He has also returned after missing 1 race. Drivers who missed tonight, notables include Bobo Jones and Casey Nanako. This is Jones' first missed race of the season. He was 13th in points coming in, so he will plummet. As for Nanako, he had made his way up to 22nd after missing Talladega. So we'll see how far he dips down.
Drivers, start your engines!
The command has been given. The cars roll off pit road at 70 laps. No caution flags. It's going to be action from start to finish. It could get crazy. Also missing his first race of the season is Jackson King. He was 30th in the point standings through 6 races with an average finish at 27th. So we'll see how far King dips down in the point standings as more and more drivers are beginning to miss races. It's just a matter of time before they've all missed one. Maybe someone will make every race. We'll find out eventually as the season progresses. But green flag is out, and once again, the pole position driver gets an amazing jump. They recognize turns 1 and 2. No, they are still going good and clean as Fitzwater Sr. moves to the inside of Brommer for second. Will he try and take the lead away from Johnny Gardner? He throws it into turn 1. Andrew Rich all over the bumper of Fitzwater. Do they make it 3 wide? They do. 3 wide for the lead. Fitzwater will get to lead a lap, but Andrew Rich throws it into turn 1 and takes the race lead away. How about Jonathan Zorlin in the 0-0? He's making his way up to 2nd place. Remember, Chevy has won every race this season. Oh my gosh, Brommer throws it in the corner. He'll wreck with Fitzwater. Contact being made. Gardner's around. This guy Commons is into it in our camera work. I can't get there in time. Commons, Kevin Nero, Gardner. Fitzwater is smoking. Cole Baker's got heavy damage, and we will look at everything at the conclusion of this race. As Andrew Rich leads, Brommer just shoved it into the corner and he did not make it stick. And they're wrecking some more in turn 2. Andrew Rich leads. 2nd, Sekuli in 3rd. Dylan Young, Corey Briggs, your top 5. Rest of the top 10, Baran Oscus, Nareza, Colt Hudson, Soy Fernandez, and Dale Lightning. We predicted that this would be a race that would shake up the standings. And it has certainly done that. Coming into the race tonight, Dylan Young with a 26-point lead over Andrew Rich. They are the clear favorites so far. Third in points, Commons. Fourth, Logan. Fifth, Eli Bright. Sixth, Austin. Seventh, Braxton. Eighth, Brommer. Ninth, Bishop. And 10th, Tringali. So Andrew Rich with a commanding lead here on lap 10. How many drivers have retired? Johnny Gardner, Martin Wild, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. all out of the race. Let's see how many more joined them. It looks like Cabanero will retire from the event. Commons on pit road. Same with Baker, Boyles, and Adam Flickinger. Andrew Rich continues to lead. Sorlin, though, closing in. Can Sorlin get up to Andrew Rich and get Ford their first victory of the season? As the racing action has tamed down a little bit as Boyles comes out back onto the surface in front of the leaders. This could get interesting. Commons has retired as well, and Sorlin's going to really throw it into the corner, side by side for the lead, as Dylan Young just about wrecked himself with Sekuli for third. Sorlin takes the lead away, using Boyles as a pick. But it's only lap 15, and Dylan Young will pass Joshua Sekuli for third. Now he storms towards the leaders. Can he catch Andrew Rich? Remember, we have not had a two-time winner yet on the season. We're 6 races in. Sorlin wants to be the 7th different winner and get Ford in victory lane, but Rich and Young might want to get their second wins of the year. They're battling for the points position right now. Top position in points. And Young has made it to the bumper of Rich, but a little high there in 3 and 4. Sekuli right behind them in 4th. It's a 4-car breakaway here at Bristol. Dale Lightning to make his way up to 5th. Bishop's in the top 10 and 8th. Mendez up to 9th. Drivers doing poorly. Marty Johnson falls to 29th place, so yet again a bad run going on for Johnson. Though it is better than 35th, he can't finish outside the top 35 tonight. It is not possible. Brommer had that incident. He is still in the top 15. He's running 14th right now. As they catch another lap car, this could be another pick moment. Can Andrew Rich get by Jonathan Sorlin as they approach the 28 of Brommer Ox? Looks like he'll slide up. Sorlin will pass the 28 and put him a lap down. Fastest lap time on the race goes to Dylan Young, a 14.554. Oh, 2/10 faster than Hunter Braxton. So if Young gets the right opportunity, he could take the lead and run with it. As they catch Cole Baker here through 3 and 4. Just leaders just dealing with lap traffic right now. Sekuli getting really close to the door of Ox. Let's go through the field. There's Dale Lightning in 5th, Tringali 6th, Bishop 7th, Mendez 8th. Braxton takes 9th place away from Moran Oscus. Nareza 11th, Hudson rebounding very well tonight. He's in 12th. Ellison 13th, 14th, Oscar 15th. 16th, Logan 7th, Wright 18th, Beaver. Brommer down to 19th with his door damage on both sides, as Jesse Turner has made it into the top 20. We're going to wait for these drivers to go by. There's Adam Flickinger in 33rd, a few laps down. Marty Johnson actually has back end damage, so for him to be running where he is pretty good for him. Seth Cole though in 30th. And Andrew Rich has made the pass back for the lead. So that puts him back on top. Sorlin down to second. Here comes Dylan Young looking for that position. And let's show you just how rough it is inside one of these cars around this racetrack. Gets it at the start-finish line using Benjamin Ice as a pick. As someone has wrecked again. We'll find out who that was in a moment. It looks like it was James Ellison. And oh, there he is. There's the 11 stopped on the track. And Sekuli goes around the outside to the lead. As Rich and Sorlin went all the way to the apron, they give up a ton of track position. Trying not to get involved. That puts Dale Lightning up to third. But Young's right back on the bumper of Sekuli. And Young will clear the 0-1 with ease. It was not going to take Young long to get back by him. But Ellison was on track with the big damage. And it doesn't look like we can see who was involved. Who spun him. We'll have to look after the race. It's Dylan Young just about turns Benjamin Ice. Trying to put the 78 back a lap down. He'll do it there at the line. So Sekuli's up to second. Lightning was third, but Tringale's going to take that away. Rich falls to fifth as Sorlin taking back sixth place from Mendez. And we are officially halfway here at Bristol, and it's one of the rare cases where we will stick to the race the whole time, as Sorlin just got gifted fifth place by Rich. Rich just let him go completely. So Lightning down to fourth. Sorlin and Rich clearly faster than the five. Tringale in third. There's Sekuli and there's Dylan Young. Young looking for his second win of the season. He won first back at Nashville. And RCR is looking to pull a junior motorsports where they win 3 races in a row. Next week is Martinsville. We'll be out of the state of Tennessee and into Virginia. We go to Martinsville and then Richmond. Martinsville set to maybe be crazy, but probably not as crazy as this track. 100 laps of racing action at Martinsville next week. So Dylan Young in a commanding lead. It'll be 30 to go at the start and finish line this time by. And it looks like Ellison actually just had a gearbox failure. It does not appear that he wrecked. So we will confirm that later on. Marty Johnson is up to 28th place. So a tough break for Ellison coming into the race tonight. Ellison was 11th in the point standings. Sekuli looking to pass his lap teammate Seth Cole, but he can't quite get by him. But what a run for Joshua Sekuli. Let's look at Sekuli's season so far. And Sekuli is not the top dog in JD Motorsports. In fact, out of the 4-car operation, he is at the bottom. He's 34th in the standings with no top 5, no top 10. That's behind Edwin Mendez in 26th, who has 1 top 10. Seth Cole 15th with 2 top 10s. And Bobo Jones 13th with the top 5 and 2 top 10s for him. Of course, Jones missing his first race of the year. Seth Cole likely to take the top dog spot despite running in 29th currently. Sorlin up to 4th. Continues to charge towards the front. Will he have enough time to make it there? Braxton's up to 6th. Bishop's up to 7th. As Rich has now fallen to 8th. And what a good run for Edwin Mendez. You know, we just talked about him not having a great season, but he's 9th here at Bristol, and he's going to take 8th away from Rich ever since Rich had to stomp on the brakes. He has been falling in the ranks. Lorenzo runs in 10th. Quentin Moore in 12th place, man. That 51 team is doing phenomenal. They are looking pretty good right now to make the playoffs on points. Still a lot of racing left to go. Tregalli set 2 laps, Seth Cole. And I've got to say, for not being a fan of short tracks in the past, these past few races have been pretty entertaining. 1.53 second lead for Dylan Young. He's lapped Wheeler and Magora now as he's to the bumper of Marty Johnson. What a run for this 23 team. It's not top 20, but 26 is certainly 10 positions better than 37. It's 11 if we want to be accurate. 20 laps to go for Dylan Young. Donovan Cage, first race back, running in 25th. I don't know what Cage's best finish on the season is, but through 5 races, he has an average finish of 33.6. So to be running where he is, I would say, is pretty good for that team. Oh boy, that was close with Brommer. Brian Tremblay in the 45 car, running in 24th. Tremblay comes into this race 31st in points. Tremblay's made it to every race this season with an average finish of 27.17. He came in 1 point behind Jackson King, so he will definitely hop that team in the point standings. He got hit by Donovan Cage, 2.35 second lead now, and is kind of going forward through the pack. Benny Watson falling to 23rd. He gives that position up to Onjak, who is looking to get another top 20. Onjak had a great run last week. They moved him up to 43rd in the points. And he could gain some positions here. Anderson and Catano ahead of him in the points did not show up. They deemed through their heat races, so trying to gain some more points positions here is this 90 car teammate to the 36 of Watson. Benny Watson has made every race. He's 27th in points with an average finish of 24.83. So Onjak knows if they had made every race, they could be up there top 30 in the points, and that's what he's trying to accomplish. Corey Riggs, 21st. Turner, 20th. Obviously the worst driver in the Roush Racing stable so far this season. He's 32nd in the standings. Through 5 races, just a single top 10 on the year. Tregalli currently sits 10th in points with 3 top 5s and top 10s. While Adam Flickinger sits in 18th with 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s. Hernandez running in 19th, not a bad run for this 35 team. Cole Beaver 18th. Brommer in 17th with his door damage. Reza has fallen to 15th. Varanovsky's to 14th. Hudson's up to 11th as Quinton Moore has made it into the top 10. This would be his 3rd top 10 finish of the season. He came in 12th in points. I think he'll clear Ellison if he can maintain this position. So, what a great season so far for this single car team. Rich solidly in 9th. Lightning 8th. Bishop's looking for 6th from Edwin Mendez. Oh, contact there between Otts and Magora. Braxton side by side with Seth Cole. Oh man, that could have been an accident right there. That was really close. Otts could have slid right up into Braxton, and that could have been disaster. Braxton up to 5th place, rebounding very well after a poor finish at Memphis. Zorlin in 4th. He's kind of stabilized here. Tregalli in 3rd. Sakuli in 2nd. So Tregalli may be trying to track down the 01. That is an extra 4 points. As Dylan Young now with a 4-second lead. Johnson Racing, Tremblay for 24th place. And Dylan Young kind of putting on a performance that a teammate Brommer put on in Memphis, and that is lapping most of the field. He's got it up to 17th place now. Only 16 other drivers with Young on the lead lap, with 4 laps of action remaining. You can see his teammate who won last week up ahead of him. Remember, when this race is over, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a look at every replay to show you the incidents that occurred here tonight. As Jesse Turner just about wrecks with Hernandez. 2 laps to go at the start-finish line for Dylan Young. And the points leader will look to extend his points lead over the competition. He'll get another 5 bonus points for the playoffs. We have actually not gone over that, so every time you win a race, you get 5 bonus points for the playoffs, and you use those at the beginning of each round. That helps you get an edge over the rest of the competitors. And Dylan Young's going to get another 5. Dylan Young wins at Bristol. Those playoff points transition to each round the driver advances through. If you get eliminated, you no longer receive those points at the start of the round, as you are now racing for the top eliminated position in the playoffs, which would be 6th in points. The regular season winner also gets a 5-point bonus. So congratulations are in order for Dylan Young. Sekuli will get 2nd. That's his best finish of the season. Tringali 3rd, Zorlin 4th, Braxton 5th, and the rest of your top 10, RJ Bishop, Edwin Mendez, Dale Lightning, Andrew Rich, and Quinton Moore. With that said, we'll take a look at the incidents that occurred on the racetrack tonight. Alright, here we go. We're looking at incident number 1. It started here with Ryan Brommer. He's going to make a move on Gardner, and he went really low for this move. He just doesn't get a good arc here. He throws it in the corner. Gardner drifts up and Brommer drifts up too. That makes matters worse. And right there, boom, contact is made. And that sends the 39 up into the wall with the 3. That spins out Fitzwater. Now something else happened to Gardner up ahead. We'll get to that in a minute. Braxton barely missing the 39. Johnson making a little contact. Ooh, there's where Johnson got his back end damage, was because of the 28. Benjamin Ice and others slamming the brakes to not get in the 23. Let's go up ahead to see what happened to Gardner. And Gardner comes off the corner and the Reza makes contact with him. And man, look at how far up through the field Riggs and Hudson were at this moment. And then that sends the 98 around. And here he comes back up the track. Turner almost gets clipped. Look at them splitting the middle. And Commons just has nowhere to go. Same for Cavanero, just nowhere to go for these drivers. And one Joe Gibbs Racing driver takes out a competitor and his teammates end up involved in the incident. Now what happened with Adam Flickinger? Can we figure it out? Okay, so this must be where it occurred. Someone has already gotten spun down here. That's Martin Wild. I'm not sure what happened to him. We'll take a look in a moment. Well, they were actually 4 wide right there. And ooh, there's where contact begins with Bishop and Voiles. And Voiles loses traction. Adam has nowhere to go. And up the racetrack they go. Ooh, Voiles is actually going to almost flip over right there. That's a tough break for those guys. So let's take a quick rewind to see what happened to Wild. Oh yes, he got spun out here. Contact with Chris Wheeler. You've also got the 4 wide incident that hurt Cole Baker up ahead. So that's what happened to Wild. He just slams that inside wall really hard. And then if we go up to Baker, we'll probably see what happened with him and Otts. Same thing, different situation. 4 wide though, Otts slides up. And boom! Seth Cole gets a little contact in there, and Baker gets sent straight up the wall across with teammate Ice. Oh, that actually happened the same lap as the Marty Johnson incident. So there was a lot of stuff going on right there. Now let's see what happened to Ellison. If this was indeed just an engine blowup. Okay, it's right here. He was running right in front of Quinton Moore. And we saw the smoke start in turn 2, and I believe it is just a gearbox failure. There's not enough cars around for it to be anything more. And boom, there it is. Smoke and oil into the dirt. And this hurt a lot of drivers. You can see this really helped out Quinton Moore. He just pulled away. Oskin gets held up, losing 2 positions. Here comes Ellison's teammate, Deaver. And let's just watch this, how this really changed the shape of the race. I believe Dylan Young would have taken the lead and driven away regardless. Let's see. It was right about here. Ellison's on the back straightaway. Or front straightaway now, sorry. He's trying to turn down for pit road. He's just stuck right next to the outside wall, and this is very, very dangerous. There's Seth Cole. Yep, there's Dylan Young. You can see everyone just kind of slammed the brakes. Andrew Rich, Jonathan Zorlin. Sekuli went high. See, that gives the lead to Sekuli temporarily. But yeah, that's it for these incident reviews. So I will see you guys next time at Martinsville.